Before we get into the board's chair report and that we do have some unfinished business, or do we not? I thought we did.
The rule.
Oh, yeah, 551.
I've got to find it here in my pile.
Which rule? It's R277, 551.
Okay, as you're aware, in law and licensing, there was a question regarding procedure, a little bit to do with Robert's rules and where something stood. And so we were talking about, wasn't it a R277-550? No, R27, if I got it right here. 551, there was like draft 3, draft 4, all of that. Okay, that is unfinished business. So we're bringing it back. The question was, were we following Robert's rules? And I just want to just take a little bit of time here to explain how it works. We got into the book and sidebarred and got with our with Brian and that, and this is how it works. Before something is acknowledged on the floor, a couple things have to happen. A motion needs to be stated, accepted, seconded, so that the motion has to be totally recognized and the second has to be recognized by the chair before it goes to comment, debate, whatever's going to happen. And then the chair calls for that. As soon as it goes to comment or debate, as soon as that is called by the chair, it belongs to the group. So if somebody said, oh, I want to make a motion to do this, and somebody goes, second, we get a lot of that. That's really good. If it's not recognized, then, and stated, then there wasn't a motion, and the second isn't recognized either. So as we slow something down a little bit, that's where we're at. And in my judgment call on this, and I have a little tracking sheet, motions, amendments, and different things. Then when it gets to debate, then there's no point of return unless somebody makes a motion that I use the word trumps the original, which is to postpone or something of that nature. In this particular situation, and visiting with Miss Lorraine and that, we didn't get it completely on the floor to debate, so that's why it was be able to be withdrew. And then I, as your chair, checked with Vice Chair Brittany Cummings to make sure she wasn't ignored or some kind of challenge or some kind of problem with the way the motion, her amendment to the motion was played out and the way the direction, what happened within that direction. So where we're at, so that's my explanation, and that's for your awareness. And we checked with Ms. Lorraine and then also Brian on that, and also I checked with the chair of law and licensing. Okay, so where are we at and where do we go from here? So where we're at is we have, what I would like to do without objection is turn the time back over to the chair of law and licensing. We have some unfinished business on R277-551 draft 3. I'm not seeing any objection, so recognize Chair Bolter.
Okay, so R277-551, the motion for the board is that the committee moves that the board approve R277-551 draft 3 on second and final reading.
Okay, and that's coming from committee, so it
Yes, that is
doesn't
the
require a
committee motion.
second. Okay, the motion before the board is that the board approve R277-551 draft 3 on second and final reading. Discussion to the motion, Board Member Lear.
Does that include the provision, presumption, something that it would go back to committee for any discussion?
Yes.
Well,
Do I have
It's
to
not-
amend?
It's not in the motion, but.
Do I need to amend
I
the
will be
motion?
requesting for it to come back to committee
I'm
so that
trusting you.
your stuff can be
I'm
addressed.
trusting you.
I will do it.
Okay, so
Thank
that-
you. That's all.
I'm not saying any other discussion to the motion. I'll restate the motion, then we'll vote. The motion before the board is that the board approve R277-551, Draft 3 on second and final reading. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Voting was unanimous. Okay, that took care of that unfinished business.